Tonight on Doghouse After Dark, we're going to take a look at the very first episode of Are You Serious? It goes way back. It's the old format where we had four contestants. We all looked so young, so innocent. Let's take a look. Hey, hey, welcome, welcome. Yeah, here we are. It's Are You Serious from Doghouse Theater, Sick Puppies, and the Disturbance. Yeah, yeah. Applause, please. Yeah, we don't have sound effects. Add them in post. So here's how it goes. First of all, let's introduce our guests, our panelists for tonight. First, Casey Casperson. Hey, you can give him a hand. It's okay. There you go. Casey, tell us a little bit about your history and yourself. Just who are you?
My name's Casey. I'm human, and I'm trapped.
Really? That's who else is trapped?
Aren't we all?
Yeah. So yeah, Casey, Mr. Sick Puppies, Mr. Disturbance, Mr. I can't even think of the name of the theater anymore because I haven't been there in so long. Doghouse. There's a big doghouse at the top of the screen. Jesse, how you doing?
I'm good. Ready to win this thing.
Are you? Yeah.
Yes.
Some fabulous prizes. Yeah, one of the prizes is you get to stop doing it. Tell us a little bit about yourself. And you got a little kid, huh?
Oh, that's right. I do have a baby. She's sleeping. But yeah, so I did that. That's pretty. I'm just like a mom now. So
just a mom.
That's all.
That's all. You couldn't get a real job. Sarah.
Hi.
How you doing? Sarah Solano.
Hi.
Tell us about you.
How you doing?
How am I doing? Oh, I'm doing all right. What's up with you?
You know.
How's life? What's up?
Hanging out in my house with my dog.
Oh.
Still working. Still being a lawyer.
Yeah. Being a lawyer. So I was going to say, what do you do when there's no catastrophe? But I guess when you're a lawyer, every day is
catastrophe. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And not last but not least, Daniel, how you doing?
Hi, guys.
Hi. Tell us a little bit about you. Daniel, tell us about yourself. You're an improviser, too, down here in South Florida with the Disturbance and Sick Puppies.
That's true.
I
like to make people laugh. And I like to sing and play music. And I'd like to leave my house. When can I do that?
Well, when can you do any of those things, actually? Now that
when you win today. When you win, and then you pick up a sign and you get to go protest in Ohio with the rest of them.
That's right.
Outside of Baskin Robbins.
You win a free trip to Michigan.
Yeah. You get to drink some of their lovely water.
Second prize is 2 free trips to Michigan.
Perfect.
Okay, great. So let's explain our game. You guys know how we play it. We know some things about you. You've told me some things about you, and we're gonna show the audience and you some things about each of you, and some of those things will be true, and some of those things will be a lie, and it's up to the other team to figure out whether or not that person is lying or telling the truth. You can cross-examine them. You can slap them around a bit. You can make them feel really bad and make them look stupid if you like. But we're going to get to the truth or the lie. So to get us started, we've got. Let's start with Casey, since on my screen you're on the left, top left.
You guys are gonna be blown away. Sarah and I are going to kick your ass.
I don't know.
Are you? This is good. This is good. Okay. So let's
true
start
story.
Our first true story of the night, and this is
story.
Casey. Can you read that?
Oh.
Yes. Once when I had too much to drink, I punched a pastor in the face because he wouldn't stop talking about Jesus.
Okay. All right. So, who get us started?
Okay. When did this take place?
This took place in college.
Okay.
What
So
were
this
the
is like-
what were the repercussions besides going to hell?
There were so honestly there weren't any real repercussions because he wasn't wearing like his garb. You know, like the little tchotchke.
Oh, he was like off
you know,
duty, like an off duty pastor.
He was off duty. He was also drinking, and he was trolling me a little bit. So I was also drinking, and he pushed me, and
Turning
and
wine
then
into water.
So we're at a bar. As you know,
What was the name of this bar?
This was Rosie's.
Rosie's,
This is
right?
in downtown Evansville, and
That's in Indiana, correct?
that's in Indiana. That's where I went to school at the University of Evansville. We went to Rosie's. We frequented there often. That's where the theater peeps went. And so there's just this loud dude at the end of the bar, and he just wouldn't shut up. Like there were four of us after a show talking, and he just would not shut up. And so I looked at him and was like, "Hey man, we're just having a good time." And he said, "God bless you." And I said, "God is not real. He does not exist. So if you'd like to come bless us, you can come do it yourself." And so he kept to himself, decided to speak up again. And I told the bartender, I said, "I'd like to buy that drunk gentleman at the end of the bar a drink. It looks like he needs friends and attention." And so I did so. He raised it and he said, may God be with you. And he said a little prayer.
You did the
And I
Christian thing, really, didn't you?
I
You
did,
really
yeah.
did.
Did the Christian thing.
And
I was
you
trying
paid
to-
for these drinks yourselves. You had money to pay for these drinks.
Jesse, I worked at Circuit City as a commissioned salesperson.
Oh,
I was making stacks on
Yes.
stacks, selling them camcorders.
That checks out.
Stacks on stacks.
Was this before or after you pushed a nun down a flight of stairs? I'm trying to get the timeline straight here.
yeah.
I don't think that's what I included in my anecdote, Tom.
Do they have flights of stairs in Evansville? I don't even know if any of the buildings go above one.
No, they're too plain at Evansville. Stairs are very risky in the Midwest.
Those are the plains, right? I mean, it's a plain state, isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
It's a great plains.
Well, they're good. I don't know how great they are, but
fuck the Midwest. So we're gonna get the rest of us very sick. So he raised his glass and he said, "May God be with you." And he said some other like fucking dumb prayer. And I said, "Dude, I didn't buy you a drink to keep talking to me about God." And then he came over to us and started to tell us about Jesus and how even though we were being unkind to him, Jesus still loved us. And I said, "Dude, back the fuck off." And he pushed me and then I punched him in the face.
What was the immediate did he tumble? What happened?
Turns out I haven't fought much. So
That's true.
when I punched him in the face, it was a like this, but also halfway out, I kind of wanted not to do it anymore. So it was kind of like a weird place that I hit him.
Yeah.
And he was stunned more than anything.
You know what Jesus said? I mean, he said, "Let he who is without sin throw the first girly punch." I think
Now the other three theater majors pulled me off. They were shocked. The bartender said, "I think it's time for everyone to leave." And as I was walking out the bar, I heard the bartender say, "I'm so sorry, Father." And I turned and went, I said, "That's your fucking dad?" He goes, "Oh, that's the pastor I
It must
can't
have been-
remember that.
It must have been strange back in those days for you to leave the bar before anybody else.
Agreed.
Nice.
Butthole.
Nice.
It took me punching a man of the faith to exit the bar.
Were you allowed back at Rosie's?
No.
Oh.
It was so
Has something like that ever happened to you again, or was that the last sucker punch?
I have probably instigated more things, but back when that happened, I was probably like 60 pounds lighter and I was just a skinny like theater kid. Now, since then, if I lose my temper, people just go away. So
Sarah, you're a lawyer.
One.
You're a lawyer. Why aren't you cross-examining this guy a little bit more? Sweat it
she's
out
on
a
my
bit.
team.
Because he's
It
on my.
doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. You still got to get the truth out of him. It's,
All right.
everybody's fair game here.
There. Okay.
She
Nothing-
believes me.
Where was your super hot girlfriend at the time?
Yeah, I was like, where was Courtney? Did she help? Did she fix this? What happened?
She never wanted to hang out with the theater people. She was at home like doing cool like sorority stuff that night.
But were you guys together at that point?
What was that?
Were you guys together at that point?
Yes. This
What
was
was her
in
reaction? Did she find out like that night or like a year later? Does she know?
Right now.
Does she know right now?
He knows now.
she's not gonna watch this. Are you kidding me?
Well, we'll get word.
Yeah.
It's been 20 years. She's so tired of my shit.
We'll send out a raven post haste.
Do you still know, like, not believe in God or Jesus?
No.
Okay. Consistent.
She's about to proselytize your ass.
Well,
I'm literally on this with 4 Jewish people. So
Sorry.
you guys sure you don't want to make me believe in Jesus before we move
you're
along?
on
Or
this
do you want me to punch all of you in the fucking mouth?
Look, we've got like a good vintage testament with your name on it.
You're on this with 4 Jewish people, so none of us believe in God.
Hey, you're buying people free drinks if they talk too much about Jesus. I just might start talking about Jesus.
It's the most Jewish thing you could say.
I aim to please.
Okay, so I'm going to call a halt to proceedings here. I want to see you in my chambers. No, I don't really want to see you anywhere.
I don't know where you are in relation to the screen, but the Catholic thing for me to do is.
Oh, are you on your knees?
Are you fucking
Aren't you supposed to say a few mea culpas or whatever? Isn't that how it works?
You're doing squats.
Mea culpa, mea maxima culpa. Yeah.
Guys, this is a family show.
What's that? Yeah.
This is a family show.
Yeah, right. What family? Manson family? Okay, so I need Jesse and Daniel to kind of discuss it. Tell me what you think. Is he telling the truth or is it a lie?
Okay. Here's the thing. Casey, you get to talking, you're at the bar. I can't imagine he wouldn't have mentioned that he like punched somebody. Like in all the stories that have come up, like I've never heard him like hit anybody.
I punched people. Have you ever heard me talk about it?
I think at first when I heard the title, I was like, "Oh, that's obviously a bit outlandish, a father." But then, I know.
It didn't say
Casey-
father. It said pastor. So that's a little.
Well, you know what I mean.
That's like four Jews don't know the difference between a father and a pastor, anyway. So
I know Casey gets riled up. I know he's a guy who takes things in his own hands. So I could just kind of see it happening.
okay. So the two of you have to. Two of you have to come up with a word.
I could see it happening.
So you think it's true or false?
I think it's true. We think
Let's
it's
go
true.
with true. Let's go.
You
with
think
that.
it's true? Okay. You think it's true? It's a lie.
Nice.
That's the point for the blue team.
I have never punched anyone in the face in my life.
I I know you're like a gentle giant.
Funny thing is, his wife will watch this, but only up until the point before we said it was a lie.
Nice. Cut it there.
Yeah. She just leaves the dead of night.
This game should be called Self-Slander. Okay, so blue team has 1, red team has 0, but now you're up to bat. Who shall we take next? Any goers here? Let's try Jesse.
Okay.
Here we go. Here's Jesse's thing that she had sent me personally, and now we can all take a look at it. And Jesse, you can read it out loud.
Okay. I once took 2 months of body painting lessons to impress a boyfriend.
Okay. Who wants to start?
Was this during after that movie, the X-Men came out, where that one X-Men was in blue paint? Was it around that time?
No, that actually was not the inspiration, but yeah.
You know about the X-Men?
I saw a preview once, right?
That's a lie.
There was like that blue girl, right? She's blue.
I don't know. It sounds.
She blew somebody.
Yeah.
So, do you guys want to hear about this, or
wait? So, where were these body painting classes like held?
Okay, so they're in New York, obviously. So I had a boyfriend at the time, a serious boyfriend in New York. And this was like a thing back in, I guess, 2009. I don't know if you guys were into the body painting scene back then. It was quite something.
What kind of paints did they use for body painting? Is there any one particular type, or?
I guess like an oil situation. I don't know. It didn't like make you break out or anything. So I just want to note, I don't know the materials, but it did sit really well. So it lasted for a long time.
When you were learning, did they like start you like day one, you just start like applying paint to flesh, or did you like have to practice? Like, so
good question, Sarah.
You start on children and then work up to adults?
Like a bigger canvas?
It was kind of like a mixed bag, of people.
You start on children and then wait 10 years until they're adults and then look at it.
Yeah.
It was just like all walks of life, if you will, but it was adult. Okay, it was an adult body painting class. I don't know. I just thought it would be nice for my boyfriend and I. We were trying to like spice things up at the moment. We broke up, so that tells you how that worked out. But yeah, it was like we had like an orientation, and at that point, there was an instructor. His name was Tim. So we had like orientation, and yeah, we started initially just like painting like a little bit, like strokes, like just a little, like just to see.
Just a little stroking. Got it.
And then it sort of like escalated from that point on.
What came after light strokes? Like, what was like day 2?
Well, it was like a dip.
I'm just imagining. I'm imagining like week 4 is they just hang you by your ankle and they just dip you in the paint and pull you back out. Except for your Achilles heel.
Have you ever been to those like the drink and paint nights where you get they're like paint a sunset?
No, I'm a man. Go ahead.
It was like painting with
That's a lie.
So it was like, like one of the nights was like tree night. And so, okay, I know it's ridiculous, but so they kind of gave you like a picture to go off of. And then, they sort of like walked you through it, like mixing the greens, browns, and everything for like a real effect.
So would you try to like paint like a whole body picture, or was it like abstract?
Mine turned out to be abstract, but that was not the goal. Yeah, no.
Okay.
It was meant to be like more real.
What were you trying to paint? Like, what was your intended muse?
A tree with 2 apples.
Yes, like sort of like a Eve situation. And we had like graduation. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, this was like I have a certificate. I could.
Did you have to stretch the canvas first, or
Nice.
Rude. No, no. There was no canvas. Like it was pure body.
okay? And did they paint you as well in this class? I mean,
There was no cross painting.
You just had to paint yourself?
Just like all the way up.
Kind of just like mostly like the arm was like the comfort level that everyone had agreed on before the class started.
So you were like, I just want to like clarify that like the sexy paint classes for your boyfriend was just going to be like your arm is a tree.
But he was really impressed. Like it was like
Jesse,
camouflage.
could you maybe rename this as a temporary tattoo class? More with it.
Yes, that's probably more appropriate. That's probably what it was, but I felt like more artsy if it was.
So Jesse, you did it with him? He was there with you?
No. Okay, that's the weird part. So in the summer, no, like he worked and I had like an internship 3 days a week. And so I had like these 2 free days and he just like paid for me to do whatever I wanted. And this is to do. Yeah.
And you wanted to impress him?
So I needed something. I didn't have a lot of friends in New York, okay, because that was like his territory. He went to NYU.
New York, small town.
Yeah, I'm a small town girl. You guys know that.
Did they have second stories in New York? It's kind of like an Eastern Evansville, really.
Very plain.
Yeah, no, they have like a lot more stories there.
They have a Rosie's.
They don't have a Rosie's. I don't think
There is.
so.
I've been to a Rosie's in New York, so I'm sure there is.
Oh, there was a bar that we would go to after. It was called Crocodile Lounge. Cool. With some of my classmates, we went there.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a crowd.
It was just fun. It was just like a little hobby, like improv. You know, I didn't really get any good at it, and you know, we don't.
Just like improv.
Just like improv.
Yeah. It was like fun, short-lived.
She only does improv with her arm too.
Just fun improv.
Okay, I'm gonna call a halt to proceedings here.
Oh man.
I need the blue team to confer and come up with an opinion if this is true or a lie. So let's hear your thoughts.
Sarah, this is what you do for a living, so this is all on you.
This is exactly Sarah's
This
day.
is the kind of litigation I imagine that you do all day.
I do a lot of arm artistry, but I have to say, I've never heard of such a class, and New York is very eccentric. Like, you can really do anything there, but I just don't see Jessie spending her 2 free days turning herself into a topiary. So I'm gonna go with lie, but I would love to hear Casey's thoughts.
So I bought into this until the end when she said that her boyfriend was not with her, but she and her boyfriend did it at the beginning of the story. So somehow the evolution of the story began where he was with her, but not with her anymore. She wants to defend it, which makes me feel like it's true.
Well, I just said we wanted to spice things up. It's not necessarily together, but if I have that outlet, you know, then I come home all ready.
Hey, I'm fucking, let's go. You see what I did?
You ever gotten a hand job from a tree?
Hey.
Okay, I need your considered opinion. Is this the truth or is this a lie?
Sarah, are you still with it being a lie?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I think it's a lie.
Well, it's a lie. Yeah.
Yo, right. When you said Crocodile Lounge, I'm like, you wouldn't have remembered. You wouldn't have remembered.
I get less details. Less is better, I think.
So blue team has 2 points.
Do you have it, Daniel?
And a red team has 0.
We're getting creamed.
We've got a ways to go, but that could be a lie. I'm just keeping the score myself. Next, we'll take Sarah. She is on the blue team, so we'll alternate. Sarah, are you ready to go?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Here's yours. This is what you sent to me, I hope.
I used to eat my parakeet's bird feed as a snack for years.
Okay.
Wow.
Is there a story behind that, or is that
Like, how did that start? Okay,
Sure.
so it started in kindergarten. I had a friend named Anna Maria. She was like, I'm very small, and I was always small, and she was just like this big brute of a girl, and she just sort of like picked me in kindergarten and was just like, "You're mine." And I like basically became like her lackey, but she was really nice. Like, she wasn't like mean, she wasn't a bully, but I would just do anything she said. Like, she was bigger than me, and she was kind of cool.
Oh, Sarah, where is Anna Maria now?
She has 4 kids, 2 boys and 2 girls. She just like had kids young, became a nurse, and is just like living mom life.
Okay.
But she actually wound up going to Costa Rica for a bit, but like she came back, lives in Tampa. But she would come over my house, and like if she made a suggestion, I would just do it. Like, I thought she was just clever and like funny, and she was just like, "Oh, I dare you to eat the bird seed." And I was like, "What? No." And she was like, "Yeah, do it." And so I tried it and was like, "This is just a snack." Like, like there's no real difference between like whatever comes in the bag with the little bird on it and like a bag of sunflower seeds. I was like, there's no difference here.
So you're eating the loose bird seed that comes in a bag. It wasn't like one of those hard stick things that you
No,
hang.
it wasn't like the corn cob version of
That
it.
was I was imagining that.
No, it was like a sack of seeds, and you would just buy it and it'd be like this big, and it would have like a little parakeet on it, and we just pour it into the dish, and I would just sneak into the room we kept the parakeet and just run out. And like,
Who owned the parakeet?
For a couple of years.
Did you own it or your friend?
I did. I had 2 parakeets.
What were their names?
Kiki and Polly.
Tim. Just kidding.
Kim.
Tim.
What,
Like,
No, Tim.
what age was this? What age?
It started in kindergarten, so it would have been like 5, 6.
oh, I thought you meant what age were the parakeets?
Oh God, I don't know. They live like 3 years each.
Okay.
They were
Especially for being starved. That's cute. What compelled you to stop?
Oh, my mom caught me. Like 2 years later, she was just like, "What are you doing?" And I was just like elbow deep in bird seed. Like,
Mom went into the cupboard to get some parakeet seed for a snack, and there was none left.
Yeah, and Sarah
So-
was in there. She was in the
It
cupboard.
was you.
but the bird was emaciated.
Do you find you like that kind of food now? Like even sunflower seeds or?
Yes. So in college, I ate a lot of sunflower seeds. I dated a guy who would like eat the sunflower seeds and like spit the shells into like a Solo cup. It was like doing dip for him, but not. So ate a lot of sunflower seeds in college with that guy, and then now I guess I'm like into
Are you
cheese
clean?
the way a normal person would be.
Huh. You dated a guy who ate sunflower seeds and spit them into a cup. It's like a hillbilly vegan, you know.
I think he was going for like a baseball player type of thing.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you own any birds to this day, Sarah?
I actually don't like birds. So no.
And they don't like you.
They know. They
You've got a dog, right? Is his kibble safe?
I have never had the inclination to eat dog food. However, we once bought him a doggy birthday cake, and we asked them, like, what is it made out of? And they're like, it's a regular pumpkin cake, but we just didn't use sugar because it's not good for the dog. So the first thing we did was try it, and it tasted like garbage.
I actually did know someone who used to eat dog biscuits as snacks. Yeah. Like the cheap kind. That
Like a
Mobile
milk phone.
Tom, you're giving away my next truth.
Yeah. So, any other cross examination here? Or do you think you have her nailed?
I think we're all right. I think we're all right.
Yeah, Daniel, you take the lead.
Okay. Why don't you guys discuss it, red team?
I guess it checks out.
I was gonna say the same exact thing.
It's your typical bird feed eating, bird owning story of a girl who gets bullied by a monster beast of a slug nurse. It's gonna check out, guys.
And I'm also process of elimination. There's been 2 lies. I mean, there's got to be a truth somewhere, unless Tom's
have you
messing
guys
with us on that.
have you guys
Never
ever met
taken a
Tom?
multiple choice test.
You didn't
Tom
think I
doesn't-
thought of that. You didn't think I thought of that. Honestly,
Okay,
you got to give me a little more credit than that.
Now I'm worried because Sarah's like super smart, so I feel like that wasn't really a stretch for her to like come up with all that.
She did launch right into some like long story and all these specifics about some person unrelated to the story, as if she
Yeah,
was
like-
stalling on getting to the real tidbits.
I'm already in that chick's DM. It's legit.
So what's your vote? What's your final vote?
What do you think, Jesse? It's on you.
Sweet. Suck it. I think she's lying.
All right, I'm going with Jesse.
Okay. You think she's lying? It's true. Yeah. Yes, indeed. So you guys are getting killed here.
There's no winners here after that one.
Blue team's got 3, red team's got
That's me. I got
0.
seeds, and my fiber intake is on point.
Oh,
I feel like we should take off an article of clothing for like not getting any points.
Nobody wants that. No one wants that.
I kind of
She rang
feel
up
that.
my body paint.
I kind of feel that. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm net okay with what I have to see in order to see what I want to see. So
Yeah, that's
so
true.
Tom,
Yeah,
get ready. Do
Yeah,
it.
there is a turd in the beautiful fountain.
Yeah.
Okay.
You body paint yourself with each one we get wrong. I'll slowly dress up like a pastor, and then you buy us free drinks.
Because you can birth leave.
And Casey could come along and not beat you up.
Yeah.
Did someone say pastor? Because I get fired up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you couldn't put that one, Pastor. Get it? Okay.
Hey.
Let's go to our last one. We got Daniel. Are you ready?
Okay. Daniel.
This is one that Daniel shared with me, but then I've lied to you already. Here goes.
I escaped from Japan just after the Fukushima disaster.
Okay.
Well, you guys know that I
Question:
lived in
what's the
Japan.
Fukushima disaster?
Let's get that out of the way.
Is that COVID? Are we talking about China?
We're talking about Japan.
We're talking about China. It's the same.
Do you know what calzone is?
Is that from China?
So, explain yourself, and you might need to tell people what the Fukushima disaster was. I think that was in 2010 or something.
2012.
12, okay.
I want to say, and that was on 3/11, which was memorable because of 9/11. So a massive earthquake happened in northern Japan, and it was so big that it affected the nuclear reactor there, and not only knocked out the power, but it knocked out the backup power, which was not far enough away to not be effective. And it's partially because there was a big tsunami that happened after it as well. And I was in Japan at the time.
Okay.
So how'd you?
So there was a tsunami, which the flooding from which knocked out the nuclear facility at Fukushima, flooded it, caused it to overheat, caused it to spill radiation into the into the ocean and into all over Japan, and the radiation eventually wound up kind of everywhere, but
Yeah.
But mostly the west coast of the United States got some of it, and got some of the flow from it.
For sure.
I don't remember this at all.
Yeah,
I do.
Jesse, you were covered in fucking pain. That's what was happening,
You're right.
and
I think that's
your ears were blocked.
yeah.
I went to Japan, guys, and like, wow, I had no idea that had such a rich history.
Yeah.
It's a relatively new country. It's okay.
When people think history of Japan, it's definitely ninjas, samurai, and Fukushima.
Well, now, yeah.
And now COVID.
The birthplace of COVID.
Yeah.
The birthplace of COVID.
That's
I'm not
COVID-19.
kind of China. That's kind of China. It's different.
Yeah.
Well, tell us more details. We really need to sell it.
Okay.
Yeah, you said you got out.
Like, how thorough was your escape?
So it's not like the movie 2016 or whatever, Nick Cage, where I'm running away from tornadoes and shit. Soon after the earthquake and the nuclear disaster and the tsunami and all that, people were flipping out because of the radiation that we knew it was happening, and the Japanese government wasn't being honest about what was going on. They're like, everything's fine. There's no disaster. Don't look over there. When that happened, all of the plane tickets skyrocketed, like the costs. And on the news, you could see lines and lines at the major airports where, people trying to get out of the country could not. What I was able to do to narrowly escape was that I already had tickets that I had bought months in advance because my sister was getting married.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because you caused the earthquake.
Because I knew it was going to happen. No. Yeah, so my sister was getting married. I got tickets.
Was your sister named Tim?
Close enough. Close enough. She did get married at the Crocodile Lounge. No, that's a lie. And there was a pastor.
I punched her in the mouth at that bar.
Hey, it's her fault for talking about Jesus.
I heard they had a parakeet seed.
Bar.
All you can eat.
Yeah.
All you can peck bar.
So I already had tickets. And 2 weeks after the earthquake, when shit was like going down in the country, and I really wanted to get out, it was like here, people were buying everything from the supermarket every day. There was still toilet paper for some reason. No one was, all the bread and like instant ramen was gone. But I got on a plane and I got the hell out.
Well, it's Japan. Aren't all the walls made of toilet paper there, basically?
You mean the rice paper?
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah, but of course you're not going to run out of toilet paper because everything is made in China, where this story takes place.
I feel like there's a great wall between what I'm trying to tell you and what gets through.
Yes. I'm just trying to be factual. I have boycotted buying everything from China because of this story. Honestly.
I don't believe that, Casey. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't think you
were you with your now wife at the time?
Yeah, and she came with me. We had tickets. She joined me on the trip.
You got tickets to a nuclear disaster?
The tickets away from one.
Yeah, that marriage from one nuclear disaster to another. No.
Don't even get me. And we're both contaminated.
That's how I know this is true, because I sparked it.
He's the head of a nuclear family. What are you talking about?
We're both contaminated with love. So, so we did. Yeah, so we landed here, and everyone was like, "Holy fuck, you're here! What's going on over there?"
And nobody wanted to hang out with you because you're just emitting gamma rays everywhere.
Dude,
hey, we're going over. Let's go see Gamma. Grandma? No, Gamma. We call him Gamma now. He emits gamma rays.
Every time you ate too much, you just got mad and turned green and tried to punch pastors in the face.
Did you have any real side effects, Daniel, besides being bad at improv?
Perfect.
I hear body painting can have that effect on people.
Yeah, right?
Just seep into your system.
All the lead in there. No, hey, I take offense to that. I'm only bad in scenes with you, so
We're not a very good team.
we're not. We don't. We'll figure it out. I promise you. If we ever get out of
You
our
got to
home-
use more than one arm, Jesse. And then you
Yeah.
fine.
Never.
I'm
I can only paint right on left. You can't do left on right.
still getting my head around, oil paints. I mean, that using oil paints to paint somebody's
I made up that lie with this.
Okay, just thinking it, that would have done it for me. So, anyone have any more cross-examination to do? No?
I'm good. What do you think, Sarah?
I think it's true.
I think it's true.
Very factually specific.
You both say it's true?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, it's true!
It's a supermarket
No,
freak.
it should have been less convincing.
It's a sweet.
You guys killed us.
I'm a-
Destroyed.
I'm a
It's true.
bullshitter, and I can.
Oh, wait.
I can
No, it's
All right,
not.
you get it,
Not
Tom.
even. What?
The scoreboard. You don't
Oh,
need
yeah. Sorry. That's right. I didn't want to show it, but there it is. Yeah.
This is brutal. This is brutal.
An
That's
absolute
brutal.
beatdown.
Wow. This was the Fukushima of game shows for you guys on the red.
This was also a re-tryout for the Disturbance.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
But at the same time, I do need availability. So even though you're out, I may still be calling you because I might need.
do you have to
We're
run
gonna
for
go-
the house? But I'm not on the cast.
Dan, were you by getting your family to safety, would you say that you were like the Hiroshima of the story?
Oh no! Oh no!
Did you
Do I have
get
to
some of
put
that?
points
Did you
now?
get some of that Shima ass? Did you fuck a Shima?
So hey, I got.
You know what? I'm taking a point away from you, the blue team. For that.
Yes.
I'm taking. It's my. I can do that. I'm taking a point away from the blue team.
I got tell you
Where's
something.
Where's that?
My first 2 years living in Japan, I lived in a city called Imafuku, which means like now or current fortune, if you were to take the characters. My sister comes to visit me. She looks at the sign that says Imafuku and she goes, "I'm a fuck you."
Okay.
I'm like 2 years, and I never put those things together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
And
Well,
by that I mean,
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah. If I wasn't so lazy, I'd give them back the point. But I'm way too lazy.
Woo.
That's such a communist Chinese thing to do.
It's a red thing to do.
It's a red thing to do, which is where our last story took place.
It would be
In a little
communist.
city in China called Japan.
It would be communist if I said I'm gonna fuck everyone, because all right.
Or everyone's gonna fuck everyone. Yeah.
Or you're gonna redistribute the fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna fuck everybody a billionth of a time.
Where we're gonna get the fuck out of here now.
I'm gonna capture the means of reproduction.
Okay. Full marks for that. Get it?
Ah!
Oh,
Hey, hey.
Were you in Tokyo? Das Kapital? Just kidding. Okay. So we're done. The red team, I'm sorry, you guys. Your consolation is you get to do this again. At some point.
No.
Yeah, sorry. But Sarah will be offering free body painting afterwards. I
Woo.
hope you came armed.
Bring the bird seed.
Bring your.
Yeah, bring some refreshments, please.
It's a good thing you didn't have like a pelican. You would have had to eat huge fish.
Fish right out of the gullet.
Yeah.
Oh,
That old sardine fetish.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, we've
I'm
all.
learning so much about you guys.
Well, thank you guys for doing it. Hope we'll see you again. We're going to do it again next time. We'll do it live next time. And we'll see what happens.
Nice.
I had fun. Good night, guys. Thanks for being here. Thank you, Daniel.
Bye.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thanks, guys.